Hi, so this is just going to be a quick demo of the new things that you can do in Placemark using addresses. So you've always been kind of able to search for things using addresses. So if I were to go to the map here and look for Manhattan, I can jump to Manhattan. But what's new in the latest release is that you can add a point for that place. Um, and you can also do this pretty cool new thing with addresses in CSV and Excel files. Um, in the industry, we would call this geocoding. So I'm going to do a quick example here. This is just using some pantry addresses from the New York government website. Um, and this doesn't really have geo information in it. It doesn't have latitude, longitude. It doesn't, these aren't points or polygons, but they do have addresses. So in this case, I'm just going to export this as a Microsoft Excel file. That'll show up in my downloads. And then, of course, you can import via clicking import or dragging and dropping. I'll just drag and drop this file. And there's this new option here, addresses. So this has already looked at this Excel spreadsheet, and it will give you options based off the columns that it's detected. And ideally, you're going to use the geocoding strategy of location in multiple columns. You can still use one column with all of your address information. But in this case, in this spreadsheet, I have, for example, the street address and the city and the neighborhood all in separate columns, which tends to make things a lot more accurate. So here, I'll look for, I think I have an address column. I called that street. Neighborhood column was just called neighborhood. We have the city, and then I'll just add a zip code as the postcode here. And then click import here, and it's doing some work in the background. And then bam. So all of these places, which were all in the CSV file, they now have geographical locations. And you can also see that all the stuff that was in that CSV file was also imported. So where I had phone numbers and notes and stuff, all of that has become attributes. So I think this is a pretty useful feature for a lot of people who have geospatial data, but it's actually addresses. One thing to watch out here is that the quality of the data that you're pulling in matters a ton. So in the case where you have, for example, somebody typed in no address, you might get a result without a geometry or that does not have a location attached to it. In that case, Placemark does have a way to add a point to that, and you can drop a point manually on the map as you usually would. But just the best time to fix your data is really before you drop it on the map, so that the algorithms have their best chance at figuring out where things really are. So yeah, I hope that this really makes Placemark a much more useful tool for people who are working with addresses. If you have any questions, there's a feedback button on the site, and give it a shot. Thanks. Bye.